Hello and welcome to another painting session with El Comalito Collective. My name is Edgar Arturo and I will be your instructor today. Hola y bienvenidas a otra sesión de pintar con El Comalito Collective. Mi nombre es Edgar Arturo y yo voy a ser su instructor el día de hoy. So today I'm really excited because we will be painting this basket of flowers together. Estoy muy emocionado el día de hoy porque vamos a pintar esta canasta de flores juntos. Hola Laura. So just like all of our other sessions, know that you can communicate with me via the comment section. I'm really good at checking those. Igual que en otras sesiones de pintar, puede comunicarse conmigo utilizando los comentarios y ahí se pueden comunicar. So if I'm going too fast, or if you need me to repeat something, feel free to share. But also know if this is too fast-paced for you, the videos are recorded and you can watch them afterwards and you can watch them at your own speed. Si voy muy rápido o necesitan que repita un paso, pueden hacérmelo saber en los comentarios, pero también sepan que si esto va muy rápido para ustedes, esta es una grabación o vamos a grabar esta sesión y la puede utilizar después y hacerla a su propio paso. So let's go ahead and get started. Hay que comenzar. So the materials that we're going to be needing today are the three brushes that we normally use. Oh, let me grab them here. The small brush, the medium brush, and the detail brush. Vamos a necesitar los tres pinceles, uno grande, uno mediano y uno pequeño, para los detalles. Something to pour your paints on, like a paper plate. Algo para donde pueda poner sus pinturas, como un platito de papel. A container with water, un frasco de agua, y sus pinturas, and your paints. I'm using acrylic paint, and we're going to be using all of the colors that you see here. So let's go ahead and get started. Hay que comenzar. So, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and decide what color you want your background. For me, I'm picking this teal color. Vamos a empezar utilizando el color del fondo. Para mí, yo escogí este azul verde, pero ustedes pueden elegir el color que ustedes gusten. But feel free to choose whatever color that you would like. So, I'm going to go ahead and use the teal. So, I'm just going to apply some teal to my palette here. Yo voy a utilizar este color. And remember that we want just a thin layer of paint. Recuerden que nada más necesitamos un poquito de pintura. We don't want to apply a very thick layer of paint because we want it to dry really quickly. Recuerden que nada más queremos utilizar una capa de pintura ligera porque queremos que se seque rápido. So don't worry about some of the white that comes through. No se preocupen del blanco del cuadro. Si aún se nota. So just go ahead and cover. And I invite you to be gentle with yourselves today. Les invito que sean gentiles con sí mismos el día de hoy. Thank you for taking the time to be present with me today, but more importantly, to be present with yourselves. Muchas gracias por tomar el tiempo el día de hoy para estar presentes conmigo el día de hoy, pero más importante que estén presentes con sí mismos y que estén dedicando un poquito de tiempo para algo que les trae alegría. And for, dedicating some time and carving out some time in your day to do something that, will contribute to your self-care, but also something that will bring you joy. I think that right now, with everything going on in the world, it's so important that we do things that bring us a little bit of joy. Es muy importante con todo lo que está pasando ahorita en el mundo, que hagamos cosas en nuestras vidas que contribuyan a algo que nos da un poco de alegría, ¿no? So again, just take your time. I'm just filling in the background. Tomen su tiempo. Estamos nada más rellenando el fondo. And remember, no thick layers of paint. Just a thin, even coating. Recuerden que no queremos utilizar capas de pintura muy gruesas. Nada más una capa ligera. And again, I'm using this blue teal color. But you can use whatever color you would like. And all of our classes at El Comalito Collective, or most of our classes, are free. But today, if folks are able to leave a donation, know that your donation is going to go towards Together Ride. And Together Ride is a collection or a community of folks who are coming together on their bicycles to collectively log 1.2 million miles in support or to fight HIV/AIDS. And it's in honor of the 1.2 or approximately 1.2 million people living with HIV in the United States. And I am one of those riders. So know that any donations that we will get today will go towards that cause. Y todas las clases en el Comalito son gratis, pero las donaciones que recibamos el día de hoy van a ir a la organización Together Ride. Y es una organización donde una comunidad de personas estamos, ¿cómo se dice? Estamos utilizando nuestras bicicletas para hacer cambio en nuestra comunidad contra el VIH y el SIDA. Hay aproximadamente 1.2 millones de personas en los Estados Unidos viviendo con el virus. Y nosotros vamos a intentar colectivamente andar 1.2 millones de millas en nuestras bicicletas y estamos recaudando fondos 5 millones de dólares, perdón. And again, just working on this background here. We're almost done. Ya merito terminamos. Just like that. And what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to add a little bit of white to the color. So I'm going to add a little bit of white to my palette here. Voy a agregarle un poquito del color blanco a mi paleta de pintar. And this will work regardless of the color that you chose. Y esto va a funcionar, no importa el color que utilizaron. Si utilizaron el verde azul como yo, o si utilizaron un color diferente. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and on the top right corner, I'm just going to add this color and then just start mixing it downward on my canvas. Just like that. Voy a agregar un poquito de este color blanco a la esquina de mi cuadro y voy a empezar a mezclarlo hacia abajo. So we're just going to blend that down a little bit. Just like this. Add a little bit more white and blend downward, just like this. And we're going to do the same to the other side. Y vamos a hacer lo mismo al otro lado. Just take the white and blend downward and inward. Vamos a tomar el blanco y vamos a empezar a mezclar hacia abajo y hacia dentro. Just like that. So you'll start to notice that on the corners it's a little bit lighter, and as you work your way down it becomes a little bit darker, okay? Entonces van a notar que en las esquinas está un poquito más ligero el color y un poquito más oscuro hacia abajo y hacia dentro. And this will just add a little bit of depth to your painting. Okay. Y esto va a agregar un poquito de profundidad a el fondo. And then when you're finished, you can go ahead and wash your brush. Y cuando ya hayan terminado, pueden lavar su pincel. And then go ahead and wipe it clean on a rag. Y después pueden limpiar su pincel. And what we're going to do is we're going to add a little bit of brown to your palette. Okay, vamos a agregarle un poquito del color marrón a su paleta. just like this. So I have a little bit of brown. And what we're going to do is we're going to take the same brush, the large brush, and right over our teal here, we're going to go ahead and create a half circle. And this is going to be our basket. Vamos a crear un medio círculo y esta va a ser nuestra canasta. Just like this. And we want it to be pretty big. Queremos que sea bastante grande. And it's going to start to mix a little bit with the colors underneath. Don't worry about that. Se va a empezar a mezclar un poquito con los colores que están por debajo. No se preocupen. But this is why it's really important that you're using just thin layers of paint because we want the paint to dry really quickly. Pero también por esto es muy importante utilizar una capa de pintura muy ligera porque queremos que los colores se sequen rápido. And as you're painting, I also would like to invite you to breathe. Y mientras estén pintando, también les quiero invitar a que respiren. I know that sounds silly, but sometimes when we're painting and we're so focused, we forget to breathe. And then that causes tension in the body. And we want this to be a good experience and a relaxing experience. So remember to breathe. Recuerden cuando no respiran, eso puede causar un poquito de tensión en el cuerpo. Entonces es muy importante respirar. Okay. So now that we have that initial layer of color laid down, the brown, we're going to go ahead and take our brush and we're going to actually wash this brush. Vamos a lavar este pincel. I titled this painting, We Can All Bloom Together, because I think that it's really important that we all allow each other to bloom at our own time. We all bloom at different times, and that's okay. But I think that we can all bloom together if we support each other. I'm not sure how to say bloom in Spanish. Let me think about that. If someone knows how to say bloom in Spanish, feel free to put that in the comments. Yeah. So what we're going to do now is we're going to add a little bit of orange to our palette. Vamos a agregarle un poquito del color anaranjado a nuestra paleta de pintar. And we're also going to be using a little bit of white. So if you still have white, great. If not, you can go ahead and add a little bit more white to your palette. Lo que vamos a hacer es vamos a agregarle un poquito del color anaranjado y un poquito del blanco. Florecer. Muchas gracias. Florecer. Esta pintura la titulé Podemos florecer juntos, porque aunque todos florecemos a diferentes tiempos, si nos apoyamos unos a los otros, todos podemos florecer. So, este es el título de la pintura. Muchas gracias, Irene, por la traducción. Okay. So we have orange, brown, and white. Tenemos el color anaranjado, el café y el blanco. Y lo que voy a hacer es voy a agarrar un poquito del color blanco y un poquito del color café. Y un poquito del color anaranjado. Y voy a hacer un color ligero, así. ¿Ok? Y también voy a agarrar un poquito más del color café. Y voy a hacer un color café más bajito. Okay, so I took a little bit of brown and a little bit of white and a little bit of orange. And we have a lighter brown and it goes into the orange and then the light white. So you have this kind of gradient here from dark to light. Okay, del café oscuro al café más ligero. And what we're going to do is we're going to create kind of like a brick effect. Vamos a crear como un efecto de ladrillo. So it's going to jump a little bit, and then in between these, we're going to create more. Just like that. And this is going to give the effect of a weave, okay? Like a weaved basket. Entonces vamos a crear este patrón de ladrillo, esta forma de ladrillo, just like that. And we're just using the lighter brown for now. We're using the darker one, I'm sorry, right here. It's still lighter than the one in the back. Estamos utilizando el café un poquito más oscuro, pero está más ligero que el café que está atrás. Just like this. And if you notice, not all of the shapes are the same, and that's okay. Si pueden notar, no todas las figuras son iguales o igual de tamaño, pero eso está bien. I'm just going to continue. Just like that. Just like that. And I added a little bit more orange to mine because I wanted it to be a little bit more orange. El mío necesitaba un poquito más del color anaranjado. So I'm now going to move to this orange here. Voy a mover a utilizar este color anaranjado. And right over the top left of each of these, I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of this orange. Con el anaranjado encima de la parte de arriba a la izquierda, vamos a agregarle un poquito de este color a cada uno de nuestros, de la parte de la canasta. Just like this. That'll add some texture. Eso va a ayudar con la textura. Just on the top left. En la parte de arriba hacia la izquierda. Pretty easy, right? Fácil, ¿verdad? Just like that. And slowly we begin to add some texture to our basket. Y así empezamos despaciamente a agregarle un poquito de textura a nuestra pintura, nuestra canasta. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take just the dark brown with no white. Vamos a ahorita utilizar nada más el café oscuro, sin blanco. I'm using burnt sienna, but you can use whatever brown you have. And we're going to create a line in between all of the lights here, okay? Ahora vamos a utilizar este café oscuro entre todas las partes ligeras, between all of the light ones. And that'll tie the basket together, okay? Y esto va a atar la canasta para que tenga la textura de la canasta, just like that. So in between all of the light spaces, entre todas las partes ligeras. Just like this. Remembering to breathe, recordando respirar. Just like that. And then we're going to go ahead and wash our brush. Y ahora vamos a lavar nuestro pincel. Make sure all of that dark brown is off, asegurándonos que el color marrón ya no está en nuestro pincel. And then what we're going to do is we're going to grab our lightest color. Vamos a agregar nuestro color más ligero. It's almost white, but it has a little bit of orange and a little bit of brown. Es casi blanco, pero tiene un poquito del color anaranjado y un poquito del color café, pero está muy ligero. And we're going to decide where our light is going to be, and I'm going to have mine coming from the right. So the top right of all of my little texture is going to have this nice bright highlight. And I'm going to make my way towards the center of the basket, but not all the way in, just to about the center, okay? Entonces este es el resalte de la luz que viene por la derecha. Entonces vamos a agregarle este resalte a la esquina derecha de todas las partes que tienen textura, pero nada más lo vamos a hacer hasta el medio de la canasta, okay? So just like that. And it's very subtle. Es muy sutil, pero va a ser una gran diferencia en su pintura. It's going to make a big difference. And again, I just went to about the center of the basket here. So I'm not going to go all the way over here. Nada más lo hice aquí hasta el centro y no hacia, no en toda la canasta. Okay? And that'll help tie the basket together. Y esto va a ayudar a atar la canasta o hacer la canasta un poquito más, con más textura. Just like that. And then you can go ahead and wash your brush. Y después puede lavar su pincel. That was fun, right? Eso fue divertido, ¿verdad? So remember to take a deep breath. Pueden tomar un respiro profundo. To hold it and release slowly. Recuerden tomar un respiro profundo. Detenerlo y dejarlo salir despacio. One more time, una vez más. That usually helps to ground me and to help me focus. We're going to get into some of the parts that can be a little bit tricky, but I invite you to have the courage to try. Ahorita vamos a utilizar vamos a hacer unas partes de la pintura que pueden ser un poquito más difíciles, pero les invito a que lo intenten porque yo sé que ustedes pueden. I know that you will be able to do this. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and add some yellow to our palette. Vamos a agregar un poquito del color amarillo a nuestra paleta de pintar. And know that we're making flowers. So if you wanted to substitute any of the colors that I'm going to suggest, know that you absolutely have the ability to substitute the colors and choose whatever colors you would like. Y también quiero que sepan que vamos a empezar a hacer flores. Entonces, si gustan utilizar un color diferente al color que yo estoy sugiriendo, claro que lo pueden hacer. Okay? So what we're going to do with this yellow is we're going to create kind of like a star shape. And it's going to be almond shape. And then we're going to fill it in. Va a ser como una figura de almendra. And it's going to end up looking like a star que se va a hacer como una estrella después. And then it's going to be another almond shape, otra almendra. Just like that. And then another almond shape. Y otra figura de almendra. Just like that. And we're going to continue to do this all the way around. Y vamos a continuar haciéndolo hasta que lleguemos a donde empezamos, alrededor. So I have room for 2 more. And now just 1 more. Y ahora tengo espacio para una más. Just like that. And again, yellow is a very transparent color. Please don't fret over some of the blue coming through because we're going to be able to give this another coat in a little bit, okay? El amarillo es muy transparente, entonces si aún se puede ver el fondo, no se preocupen. Vamos a darle otra capa de pintura. Beautiful. So we have our first sunflower here. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and create another flower. So for this one, I'm going to choose to put it a little bit over to the left, okay? Para esta yo voy a decidir hacerla un poquito más al lado izquierdo. Again, you can put your flower wherever you would like. I invite you to get creative with your painting. This is your painting. And I'm just here to help guide you. Esta es su pintura. Yo nada más estoy aquí como un guía, ayudarles a completarla. Pero ustedes pueden tomar las decisiones creativas que ustedes gusten. I'm just a guide, but feel free to take whatever creative choices you would like. I invite you to do that. Les invito a que tomen decisiones propias con su pintura si gustan. So we're going to go ahead and continue to create these shapes just like that. Así. If they're not perfect, don't worry about it. Nothing in nature is perfect, and I think that's what makes it beautiful. Si no está perfecto, no se preocupen. La naturaleza no es perfecta, pero eso es lo que la hace tan linda. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and wash our brush. Y después vamos a lavar nuestro pincel. If you find that you're feeling tension in your body, remember to breathe. Si están encontrando que tienen tensión en su cuerpo, recuerden respirar profundo. If you find yourself getting frustrated, take a deep breath as well. Si también están notando que se están frustrando, tomen un respiro profundo. This is a safe space to make mistakes. Este es un espacio seguro. Entonces, si cometen errores, está bien. Nadie es perfecto. And I'm adding a little bit of red to my palette. Estoy agregándole un poquito del color rojo a mi paleta de pintar. So I've added it here. And with the same brush, con el mismo pincel, I'm going to add a little bit of the red. Agarré un poquito del color rojo. And we're going to make some roses, okay? Y vamos a hacer unas rosas. And again, I invite you to be a little bit loose. We're going to make one line that has a slight curve. Vamos a hacer una línea que tiene una curvita. And then we're going to make another line that kind of comes around, okay? Y otra línea con una curva hacia alrededor de la primera línea. Just like that. And then we're going to create another curve, and then another curve, another curve, another curve. Just like this. Just like that. So it's a line, and then a line that goes around, and you just keep going around, and the lines don't really connect, okay? Entonces una línea en curva, y después otra línea en curva, pero las líneas nunca conectan. And you're done, just like that. Vamos a hacer otra rosa. Let's try this one more time. I'm going to make mine here in the center, but you can make yours wherever you would like. Yo voy a hacer la mía aquí en el centro, pero ustedes pueden hacerla donde ustedes gusten. So again, it's one small line, and then a line that kind of goes around that line. Una línea pequeña, y otra línea que va alrededor de esa línea. Just like this. Okay? And then one more line that goes around. This one's a little bit thicker. Una línea más alrededor. Y esta línea es un poquito más gruesa. Then another line on the opposite side. Otra línea al otro lado. Al otro lado. Al otro lado. On the other side. And then one last one. And you could keep going if you wanted to make your rose bigger. Ustedes pueden seguir si gustan hacer su rosa un poquito más grande. And just because we need the practice, y porque necesitamos la práctica, vamos a hacerlo una vez más. Let's try this one more time. I'm going to make my last rose up here. Curve, curve, bigger curve, bigger curve, Curva, curva, curva más grande y otra curva más grande. One more curve. Just like that. Así. And have fun with this. Tengan un poquito de diversión con esto. No importa si no son perfectas. It's okay if they're not perfect. And now what we're going to do is we're going to create a pink. So we're just going to mix a little bit of the white with a little bit of the red to make this nice pink. Vamos a mezclar un poquito del color blanco con un poquito del color rojo para hacer este color rosa. Okay? And now with this pink, what we're going to do is we are going to fill in some of the blue that you can see with this color. But we're going to use the same technique, okay? Con este color vamos a rellenar las partes azules entre la rosa utilizando la misma técnica, okay? So again, we'll start right in the center here. Vamos a empezar aquí en el centro. And then we're going to go outward, outward, outward. Just like that. Just like that. We're going to do that to the other flowers as well. Vamos a hacer lo mismo en las otras flores. Around, around. Where that blue is coming through. Donde se está mirando el azul. Así. Just like that. So most of the blue is covered. La mayoría de la parte azul está cubriéndose. And we're going to do that to the last rows, okay? Vamos a hacer lo mismo aquí en la última rosa. So around, around, where you see the teal, donde se ve el azul. Just like that. Así. Just like that. And we're going to take a little bit more of the white. Vamos a tomar un poquito más del blanco. And this pink is going to be really, really light. Okay? Y este color rosa va a ser muy, muy, muy ligero. And with this last color, we're going to add our highlights. Con este color rosa, vamos a agregar el resalte. And the highlights are just going to go slightly over the pink. Okay? Van a ir un poquito encima del color rosa. Just like that. And look how beautiful it pops. Y qué bonito resalta. So a little bit over each of the pink. Encima del color rosa. Just like that. We're going to finish our last rows. Vamos a terminar la última rosa. Just like that. Así. And then we're going to go ahead and wash our brush. Y vamos a lavar nuestro pincel. And we're going to add a dark purple to our palette. Okay? Y vamos a agregarle un color morado oscuro a nuestra paleta de pintar. So I have my dark purple here. Tengo mi color morado. And this is one of my favorite parts. Esta es una de mis partes favoritas. Okay? So what we're going to do is we are going to just tap our brush. Tap, 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 tap. And what we want to do is we want to make it pointed towards the end, okay? Queremos que sea un poquito más grueso y una punta hacia fuera. Just like that. So pointed towards the end and thicker towards the bottom. Tap, 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 tap with your brush and then pointed. Just like that. Tap, 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 tap. We're gonna do that there. And you know what? Let's also do that here. Hay que hacer eso también aquí. So tap, 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 tap. Try and fill in some of the spaces. Intenten rellenar uno de los espacios con azul. And then we're going to point it downward. Okay? Y la punta va a ser hacia abajo. Down, 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 down. Just like that. And let's do another one. Una más. Tap, 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 tap. And then just towards the bottom here. And remember, have fun. Recuerden, divertirse. And just like we did 3 tones for our roses, we're also going to be doing 3 tones for these, for this lavender, okay? También vamos a hacer 3 tonos con este color morado. So we're going to take a little bit of white, and we're going to make a lighter purple. Vamos a tomar un poquito del color blanco, y vamos a hacer un morado más ligero, más bajito. And for those of you who have some liquid courage, feel free to indulge. Si están tomando una copita para ayudarles, pueden tomar una copita. And with this purple, the lighter purple, what we're going to do is we are going to tap, 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 tap. But we don't want to cover up the dark purple, okay? Pero no queremos cubrir por completo el morado oscuro, because that's going to act as our shadow, okay? Okay, sorry about that. I had to charge my phone, or I had to plug in my phone before it died. Perdón por la pausa. Tuve que conectar mi teléfono porque se iba a descargar. Okay, so now we're going to add some dark green. Vamos a agregar un poquito del verde oscuro. And we're going to wash our brush and get all of that purple off. Vamos a lavar nuestro pincel. And the same thing that we did with the purple, we're going to do with the green. Lo mismo que habíamos hecho con el color morado, vamos a hacer con el verde, okay? Except for this one's not going to be as pointed. This is just going to be in random spaces, okay? Este no va a tener una punta igual que el morado. But it's just going to be tap, tap, tap with the green. Presión, presión, presión con el verde. Just like this. This is just with the dark green. We're also going to fill in some of the spaces in here. También vamos a rellenar unos de los espacios aquí con el verde. Así. Just like that. We're going to fill in some of the spaces in here. También unos de los espacios aquí adentro. To kind of get rid of some of that teal, some of that blue, okay? Vamos a eliminar un poquito del color azul, rellenando estos espacios con verde. Presión, presión, tap, 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 a little bit of pressure. Just like that. Así. Some over here. Remember that this is your painting. Recuerden que esta es su pintura, so you can apply the green wherever you would like. Ustedes pueden aplicar el verde donde ustedes gusten. And we're actually going to create also some strands of green that kind of go out this way. También vamos a utilizar el verde para hacer unas tiras así. You kind of go up and out. Maybe some towards the left, unas poquitas hacia la izquierda. And I'm going to also do some upward right here, just like that, to fill in our basket a little bit. Make it look a little bit more full. Queremos que se vea la canasta con vida, entonces le agregué más verde y más ramas. Just like that. And once you're happy with where your green is, you're going to go ahead and add some lime green to your palette. Vamos a agregarle un color verde brillante. If you don't have lime green, you can add a little bit of yellow or If you don't have lime green, you can add a tiny bit of green to yellow, and that will make the lime green. Vamos a agregar un color verde brillante, pero si no tiene el color verde brillante, puede agregarle un poquito del color verde al color amarillo, y eso va a ser un verde brillante. Okay, and with this lime green, what we're going to do is we are going to tap, 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 tap over some of the dark green. Vamos a presión, presión, presión encima del verde oscuro, allowing some of that dark green to still come through. También queremos que el verde oscuro no se desaparezca, entonces no lo cubran por completo, just like that. Sorry, I freaked out a little bit about my phone there. Just like that. And we're also going to do the lime green over these strands here. También vamos a agregarle el color verde brillante en las ramas de aquí. Just like that. Así. It's looking really great, right? Se está empezando a mirar muy bien, ¿verdad? And lastly, últimamente con el verde, lo que vamos a hacer es vamos a agregarle un poquito del blanco al verde brillante. We're going to add a little bit of white to this lime green and make this minty white green. And then this is going to be our last highlight. So this is just going to go on top of some of the leaves. Esto va a ir encima de unas de las hojas. And remember, there's no real rule over which to put them on. You have that creative choice. No hay reglas, entonces ustedes pueden tomar las decisiones creativas de dónde aplicar la presión. So just apply pressure. Just like that. And quickly, we start to see this come to life. Y rápidamente empezamos a ver esta pintura realizarse y tomar vida. Okay, just like that. We're going to wash our brush. Vamos a lavar nuestro pincel. And we're going to go back to our yellow. Y vamos a regresar a nuestro color amarillo. Okay? So with the yellow, what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and figure out where I still have some space. Vamos a averiguar o a mirar dónde tenemos un poquito de espacio. These are going to be smaller flowers. Estas van a ser flores un poquito más pequeñas. So I'm going to put one here. 1, 2, 3. Okay? Yo tengo espacio para 3 aquí. 1, 2, 3. Okay? And then I also have space for maybe 1 here. Tengo espacio para una aquí. And I'm just going to do that for now. Okay? Voy a hacer nada más esas por ahorita. I'm going to wash my brush. Voy a lavar mi pincel so that there's no more yellow. And we're going to add pure white. Y vamos a agregarle blanco puro. Okay? So I need to add a little bit more white to my palette. Yo necesito que agregarle un poquito más de blanco a mi paleta de pintar. Just like this. And I have my white here. Yo tengo mi blanco aquí. And my clean brush. And what we're going to do is we're going to add 5 strokes. Vamos a agregarle 3 marcas con nuestro pincel encima del amarillo. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just like that. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, just like that. And we can't forget our lonely flower over here. So we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nuestra florecita de acá. Okay. It's looking really great, right? Se está mirando muy bien, ¿verdad? Beautiful. So now what we're going to do is we're going to wash our brush. Vamos a lavar nuestro pincel. And we're going to dip our brush into the brown. Y vamos a utilizar el color café. And we're just going to add a center to our sunflowers here. Okay, vamos a agregarle un centro a nuestras girasoles de aquí. Just like that. Just like that. And then we're going to wash our brush. Y después vamos a lavar nuestro pincel. And we're going to go back to our yellow. Y vamos a regresar al color amarillo. And we're just going to give our sunflowers a second pass here. Make them a little bit brighter. Y vamos a darle una segunda capa a los girasoles de aquí. We're just going to make them, y vamos a hacerlos un poquito más, que brillen un poquito más. Okay, careful not to mix your yellow with any wet paint. Cuidado de no mezclar su color amarillo con pintura mojada. Again, we're just going to give it a nice second coat. Vamos a darle una segunda capa. Just like that. Just like this. Make them nice and bright. Hacerlas muy que sean muy vibrantes. Nice and vibrant. Just like that. And then with the white that you have, we're going to add a little bit of the yellow to the white. Vamos a agregarle un poquito del color amarillo al color blanco and make a really nice light yellow. Con el blanco y el amarillo vamos a hacer un amarillo muy ligero, just like that. And what we're going to do is we're just going to add a nice highlight to our sunflower. Vamos a darle un resalte bonito a nuestro girasol by just adding a nice highlight on each of the leaves. Okay, un resalte en cada una de las hojas. Just like this, our happy little flowers, nuestras flores muy felices, just like that. And this is where you have the opportunity to decide, does your basket look full or do I need to add another flower somewhere? Ahorita podemos tomar el tiempo para decidir si nuestra canasta ya se ve llena o si necesitamos agregarle más flores en una parte. If you feel like your basket is full, then we don't have to add more flowers. But if you feel like your basket needs some more flowers, feel free to add those flowers. Si piensan que su canasta necesita más flores, pueden agregarle más flores. Pero si sienten que su canasta ya está llena, entonces no necesitan agregarle más. And so what we're going to do next is we're going to add a little bit more white to our white flowers and make them stand out a little bit, okay? Vamos a agregarle un poquito más del color blanco a nuestras flores blancas para que resalten un poquito más. Okay, and I'm just making these a little brighter by just giving them a second layer, una segunda capa a nuestras flores blancas, que resalten un poquito más. Make them a little bit brighter, just like that. And as we're getting close to the end, remember that our classes are free, but any donations we receive from this class will go towards helping to reimagine a world without HIV/AIDS. And you can make that donation directly to the Together Ride link in our bio, or you can donate to El Comalito Collective and then we'll make that donation ourselves. ¿Ok? Entonces nuestras clases son gratis, pero recuerden que todas las donaciones que recibamos por la clase de hoy van a ayudar a parar y a reimaginar un mundo sin el VIH y el SIDA. Y pueden hacer una donación utilizando el enlace en nuestra biografía. Si es que gustan, if you can. If not, all of our programming is made accessible to the community. So we're just happy that you are here and supporting and creating some time for yourself. Y si no pueden, no se preocupen. Nosotros estamos contentos que estén aquí con nosotros y que estén haciendo algo que les trae un poquito de alegría. So I'm pretty happy with my basket. Yo estoy muy contento con mi canasta. Entonces nada más me queda una cosa más. So I just have one last thing to do. And that is to make my painting famous. Y eso es hacer mi pintura un poquito famosa. And the way that I'm going to do that is by adding my signature. La manera que yo voy a hacer eso es agregándole mi firma. So I like to sign mine on the bottom right. A mí me gusta firmar la mía en la esquina de abajo, a la derecha. Pero ustedes pueden firmarla donde ustedes gusten. But feel free to sign yours wherever you would like. Thank you so much for painting with us today. Muchas gracias por pintar con nosotros el día de hoy. My name is Edgar Arturo, and I'm very thankful to be here with you today. Mi nombre es Edgar Arturo, y yo estoy muy honrado por estar con ustedes el día de hoy. Thank you so much, and until next time, hasta la próxima. Have a good day. Bye-bye.